Which Capricorn has the scariest temper? Capricorn is not the kind of sign people expect to explode. They seem disciplined, restrained, and hard to shake. That is exactly why their temper can feel so intimidating. Capricorn anger is rarely reckless. It is controlled, pressured, and often far more serious than people realize at first. When Capricorn gets angry, it does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks calm, sometimes colder than calm, sometimes like a person quietly deciding that something will never be the same again. First, decan Capricorn. This is Capricorn in its pure Saturn form. Their temper is heavy, controlled, and slow to reveal itself. They do not usually react at the first irritation. They tolerate, assess, and keep functioning. But that restraint does not mean nothing is happening. It means anger is being compressed. What makes this decan scary is pressure. They can seem calm while internally getting more and more rigid. Their tone becomes flatter. Their patience becomes thinner. Their energy starts feeling severe. And when they finally do speak from anger, it can feel like all the built-up force has suddenly become visible. Still, this decan often remains measured, even when upset. Their temper is intimidating, but not always the most personally cutting. Second, decan Capricorn. This is where Capricorn anger becomes more personal. Influenced by Venus, this decan feels disrespect, rejection, and disloyalty more deeply than people expect. They may look composed on the outside, but when they feel undervalued, their anger can hit much harder. What makes this decan scary is hurt mixed with control. They do not always explode, but their disappointment can turn into a very deliberate coldness. They can withdraw warmth, become distant, and make someone feel that trust has been damaged. Their anger often feels less like noise and more like emotional removal. This Capricorn can make their temper feel deeply personal, which gives it more sting than people expect. Third, decan Capricorn. This is the coldest Capricorn temper of the three. Influenced by Mercury, this decan often stays composed longer than anyone expects. They observe, they think, they let people keep talking. And that is exactly what makes them more unsettling when they finally decide to respond. This Capricorn gets scary when anger becomes final. Their words can turn exact, detached, and impossible to argue with. They do not need to raise their voice to dominate the moment. They can sound so certain, so finished, that the anger feels more like a verdict than a reaction. What makes this decan the most intimidating is finality. Their temper can feel like a door closing with full awareness. So, which Capricorn has the scariest temper? If temper means most compressed pressure, it is the first decan. If temper means most personal coldness, it is the second decan. If temper means coldest and most final anger, it is the third decan. But if we are asking which Capricorn has the truly scariest temper, the answer is the third decan, because the scariest anger is often the one that stays calm while it decides something permanent. Third decan Capricorn can make their temper feel precise, cold, and impossible to reverse once it has reached its conclusion. Thank you for watching the video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get all the updates.